Hello friends, today I am doing the long-awaited tutorial for this one folio card. You guys are so sweet, wanting to know how I make my projects, and here I am sharing this with you today. I'm gonna suggest that you don't use a heavier weighted cardstock because it'll create foldings here, because it's excess bulk, and when you fold and crease it gives you these bumps. So this paper was extremely heavier than normal. It doesn't give me the weight, but I'm not gonna use paper this heavy. I'm gonna use regular 65-pound cardstock, and all you need is one sheet of 8.5 by 11. And what you're going to do is fold it in half lengthwise. And I don't know if that was, let me see this way, lengthwise. And I'm gonna try and do this without using any tools because, sometimes people have tools and sometimes they don't, and everybody should be able to create these projects. And so I'm gonna crease this as best as I can. If you don't have a bone folder, it's one of these, if you don't, use the back of your scissors and kind of just fold that along the edge. Sorry, alarm just went off, my apologies. And so you're gonna fold it in half, and then you're gonna fold this in half again. And then you're gonna fold, and this is already folding nicer than it would if I had, but because I have a burnisher, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I cannot, this is like my crack tool. I cannot be without it. So I'm gonna use this. And so we folded it in half lengthwise, and then we folded that in half again. And now we're going to take one end, it doesn't matter which end, and fold it to the middle line here. And it doesn't matter if it's slightly uneven because it's okay. You see how these papers are? It's just so hard when you start making multiple folds, but we'll work as best as we can. It's something that you can trim. And you want to fold it so that it's not crossing over the line, because you want to be able to fold this in a nice way. And so I'm going to fold this and crease, and then I'm going to fold this one over this way as well. Same thing to the midline, to that first crease line, fold line, and fold and crease, and then flip it this way, and that's it. This is the card that I have. So it should look like this. It's almost like a Z fold, but not really. But that's all there is to it. You may want to use, I created a notch here. And at this time, you can try and fold this and make it as even as possible. It's really difficult. And then if you're gonna use thumb notches, now is the time to do it, and you'll see why in just a moment. So I'm just going to take my punch hole. This one's a little too big. It's 1.5. I don't have anything smaller. You can probably use a 1 inch, and you're going to create and I like doing it backwards. I'll open up the paper just so that I can see what I'm doing. And it's going to be on the front part. Okay. I don't like using this thing. I don't know if y'all knew, but these little markings here marks like if you want to line down the center of your circle, which I didn't know. I don't know. I came across that information somewhere on YouTube somewhere. So line it up. Most of the time I just eyeball it. I can use the openings here and the openings here to kind of see where my middle is, and just do a half circle and punch, and that's it. And then we're going to do the same thing to the back part like I have over here on the back page. So the first notch was on the front, the second notch will be on the back of your folded paper. Again, fold it in half, punch. So now you have these two. And so now you should have something that looks like this. Okay, you're gonna have a thumb notch on the back and a thumb notch in the front. Now, I also took into consideration that, art glitter glue is expensive. Fabrifix or Fabri-Tac glue is also expensive. So I'm going to try this project using regular clear Elmer's glue and see if that works. And I'm going to put a small line on the center folds, and just on one. I don't need them on both. So I'm just going to, I haven't used Elmer glue since I was a child. So here we go. I'm just going to put a line there, a line here, and a line here. I figure, why not? Let me try this, And then you're going to fold on the lines, and just spread. And remember, you want a thin bead because what's going to happen, this is going to spread as you do this to your lines, as you fold them, and then the glue is going to seep. So it makes the pocket a little more narrower. So take that into consideration, and it's hard to create a thin tip with these openings here, but you know, we'll see how this works. I've never used Elmer's glue on my projects, so we'll see how this works out. And then now you have your folds, okay? And that's it. So now you have a pocket here, which you can close or you can leave it open. I had closed mine, and you can close this one here as well if you like, here and here, okay? But the pockets are there, and that's it. That's all I did. And I have the paper, then you decorate how you wish. You can either at this point add ribbon here if you want to put ribbon on the front page and a piece of ribbon on the back and then mat it. Pick your paper that you want to choose, and I think I'm going to use, these tags are from the Magic Spell line from Prima, from my friend Frank Garcia. So I think I'm going to use one of these as the cover, you know, and maybe I didn't need to have a notch there, but it's okay. I can cover it, you know, and do something like this. Ink my edges, which I think I'll do now. I don't like doing a lot of things on camera because it takes time, and I want you just to get the gist of how to create the project, which I think you guys did. It's super easy. It doesn't take very long, and it's great for gift cards. You know, the holidays are coming up, and it's handmade. It's a beautiful thing. It's just beautiful. You know, I don't know. I'm a sentimental kind of person. So you can put this here, you can put your ribbon here, but you get the gist. I'm gonna use this as embellishments, and then I'll go ahead and post what I finished. So what I'll be using to create this is going to be, like I said, the Magic Spell paper tags pad from Prima. I'm gonna use some of the embellishments from the same line. This is also from the tags that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use ephemera from the Twilight collection. So you can mix, the beauty about these collections is you can mix and match them. So I may use some of these, I may not, I don't know, but this is what I'm going to use. These papers that I'm going to attach, which you'll see when I finish the project, these are all scraps that were longer scraps when I made my first album of using this line. And I just cut them down by 2 by 3.5, I think it was. Yeah, 2 by 3.5. So that's what I used to cut these. So these are scraps, and these are scraps, so I didn't have to use other paper. And one sheet of 8.5 by 11. So that's how you do this little fun folio. I would love to see what you come up with. I can't wait to see your projects. And that's how I created this, and it doesn't pop up as much using a thinner paper. And that's all she wrote. I'll see you guys soon for the next tutorial, which will be the fold out card, folio card. Until then, see you guys later.